Paul would say this to the Romans. He said in Romans chapter 12, verse 2, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but what? Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you will be able to test and approve what is God's will and his good and pleasing and perfect will. Part of the teaching, preaching, explaining, the more I am being exposed to the word of God, the more I see myself in the light of God's love, the more I see the world in the light of God's love, I begin to understand truth. It's going to bring up questions. Well, what do I do about this? What about this thing? What about that thing? But here we begin to see as Paul, as he would write in many of his different letters, and if you go back and you begin to think about now, Romans, Colossians, Galatians, Corinthians, even Peter, right? The gospel is going out into a Gentile world that's never heard about this, and they're answering questions about these very things. How do we live out the gospel in a culture filled with idols and idolatry and traditions and all the rest of this kind of stuff? And do we just leave it the same?